My partner's past is killing me. How can I find relief? Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt and I help people overcome retroactive jealousy. And in this video, we're going to be talking about what to do if your partner's past is just killing you, ripping you apart on the inside. You can't feel any freedom. You can't feel any joy. These thoughts feel so real that it's just tearing you apart inside. What steps, what can you do to feel a little bit of relief in your relationship? Create a little bit of space between feeling like this all the time and actually enjoying your relationship, and how can you eventually just end these thoughts altogether so you can, enjoy your partner and not feel like those past thoughts are killing you all the time. So we'll get to that in just a second. Before we do, if you could just smash the like button real quick, that'll help get this video out to more people. I'd greatly appreciate it. So this idea that your partner's past is killing you, you have to understand that it's not the thoughts that are killing you. It's not the idea of your partner's past that's killing you. It's the emotion that you feel when these thoughts come up that is killing you, okay? It's not the thoughts. It's not anything else. It's the emotion. We don't like the emotion that comes up. If we didn't feel the emotion, these thoughts would not bother us at all, okay? They would not bother us whatsoever. And again, you can realize that if like a friend of yours or somebody knew about your partner's past, if you told them about it, they probably don't get an anxious response, right? They just thought the same thought you did about the past, but they don't get an anxious response. So they don't care. They don't go on thinking about it over and over and over again, right? So that shows you right there. It's not the thought that bothers you. It's the pain you get when it comes through. Like when I help people one-on-one, for instance, and they tell me things that are bothering them and thoughts about the past. The thoughts don't bother me, okay, because I don't have any response to it. I don't feel any emotional response to those thoughts in a negative way like they are. So again, not the thoughts, it's the feeling. The feeling. It's the feeling you don't like. If the feeling wasn't there, you'd be totally okay. You'd never think these thoughts, there'd be no anxious attachment to them whatsoever. So step out of this idea that your partner's past is somehow different than anybody else's partner's past, that they did something so much more worse than anybody, and you can't rationalize it and you can't figure it out, because that's not the case at all. It's not these thoughts, it's the emotion that it brings up. So when we understand that, we switch our thoughts to, instead of how can I accept my partner's past, how can I rationalize this, how can I come to terms with what happened, into how can I get rid of this emotional response that I don't like. If we switch our focus 100% to how do I get rid of this emotional response that I don't like, everything else takes care of itself. So we narrow it down to one thing. How can we stop the anxious response? A couple different ways. First way, meditation. Okay, if you've been watching the other videos, we're doing a 30-day meditation challenge. If you're still doing it, I've been still doing it also. Meditation helps calm anxiety. This pain that you're feeling is anxiety, 100% anxiety, okay? It's adrenaline that your brain's flooded into your system. You don't like the feeling of it, all right? That's anxiety. Meditation does so many wonders to your brain, so many wonders to your body, and helps calm these anxious responses, calm the anxiety. So making meditation a part of your daily life, I don't care if you think it's lame, you don't want to do it, is absolutely crucial if you want to get rid of this pain that you're feeling all the time. Doing daily meditation, just a few minutes a day, is all it takes to have some really great effects into your life. Another thing you can do is no longer fear this feeling, okay? No longer fear. Tell yourself that this feeling isn't something I need to be afraid of anymore, because there isn't. Nothing happens from it, okay? If you think from the first day you had a retroactive jealousy thought or experience until now, you could have lived that amount of life with no retroactive jealousy thoughts whatsoever and been completely fine, right? So this timeline, let's say, I don't know, let's say you started suffering 6 months ago, this timeline of 6 months, and you struggled every single day with these thoughts, and now you're here. Look at yourself like you're still alive. Nothing happened to you. Like you're good, right? You're fine. So during that time, you could have gone through your entire time without thinking any thoughts and been totally and completely fine. So this idea that, you know, this pain, I have to do something about it, it's wrong, I'm gonna, you know, die by feeling this way, the past is really killing me inside. It's really not. It's just that feeling that we don't like. So if we twist it and say, I like this feeling, this feeling's actually good, I welcome this feeling, I love it, yeah, savor it, let it just fill up your veins, and even channel that energy into something else. And when you know, then do some exercises or something like that, you don't have to do that, but channel that energy and not think of it as a bad thing, think of it as a good thing. That breaks off this connection to this judgment that this feeling is bad and I should not be feeling this way. Okay. Neil Donald Walsh is the guy's name. He's an author and kind of a spiritual teacher. And he talks about the feelings of discomfort and things like that, and that he looks forward to these feelings. And there's a quote where he basically says, like, in the moment that I feel that discomfort, that feeling, I go, yes. You know, he savors it. That moment of discomfort means I am comfortable, right? In the moment he feels discomfort, he goes, there's that feeling of discomfort. Yes, bring it on. Bring it on. I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with my discomfort. Because he knows that, like, that's where his grandest truth lies, is around these feelings of whatever insecurity, these feelings of discomfort. And so he knows that by embracing them, by not running from them, he can swift through to the other side and become even more awakened and then get rid of any of this discomfort that he has. And he alluded to watching, like, sex scenes in movies and things like that. And he said, it's very weird that I can watch an action movie and watch people get killed and not feel any anxiety. But the minute I watch a sex scene, I feel super anxious. Like, but sex is, like, so natural. Like, why am I feeling this? So he started doing that every time he saw a sex scene and he'd feel the discomfort. He'd go, yes, there's that feeling of discomfort again. Yes, I'm comfortable with it. Bring it on. And he'd watch the sex scene feeling discomfort, but with that feeling saying, no, this is good. I enjoy this feeling. And then eventually, like, after a week of doing that, he could watch sex scene movies all the time and not feel any discomfort whatsoever. Okay, so by doing that, by not running from it, you're not resisting it anymore. You're allowing it, and you allow that emotion to kind of burn up, okay, and dissolve within you. And as long as we can get that, again, feeling to dissolve, you'll no longer fear it. You'll no longer have a problem with it. And therefore, it will not be an issue in your life anymore. So that's really the main things that it comes down to, is doing that meditation, because that's going to help in the long run, kind of calming these thoughts. And then no longer fearing the feeling that comes up, switching it in your mind and saying, I'm comfortable with this discomfort. This is good. This is good. This is exactly what I need to feel right now. This means I'm awakening from this process. This means I'm going to come out the other side of this process, this journey, feeling so much more better about things. So yes, I enjoy this feeling. I welcome it. I welcome it. I welcome it. Doing that and not, exploring these thoughts, not giving any attention to these thoughts, just feeling the feeling and enjoying that feeling, even though, you might think it feels bad, switch that in your brain that feels good, meditating on the side, boom. Those things right there, the past is going to stop killing you. Okay, the past is going to start, you'll again, kind of wake up from this. You'll kind of break free of this thought loop, this thought cycle, and understand that there's nothing to fear. Your anxiety will be lowered. You'll be able to think much more clearly, and you'll be able to realize that, wow, it's not my partner's past that's actually killing me. It was just that emotion attached to these thoughts that was killing me. And now that I'm not afraid of this emotion, now that I embraced this emotion and said, bring it on, I love this feeling, I love to feel it, it went away. That emotion went away. There's no fear in these things anymore. And now you can live your life in freedom, your relationship in freedom, being able to breathe, being able to enjoy every aspect of your life without getting triggered all the time, without fearing this negative emotion. It comes down to that. So hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please take a moment and smash the like button so we can get this video out to more people. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. You can click the notification bell so you're alerted every time I post a new video. Please check out the links in the description below before you go. I got a brand new course down there. It's the Break Free from Retroactive Jealousy OCD program. It's going to teach you exactly what to do similar to the stuff we talked about today, but a few extra things I'll add in there for you, a few bonuses, if you will, exercises that you can try in order for you to break free from this thought cycle. So these thoughts just stop coming about your partner's past, allow you to feel more comfortable with this discomfort temporarily until we kind of break through to the other side. There's also some free meditation in there that I made just for people in the course that you can't find anywhere else. So a lot of good stuff in there. It comes with some email coaching, email support. If you want some more help, I'm just an email away. So that's all down there in the description. I'll leave that for you there. So thanks for joining me today. That's it for now. See you in the next video.